Grand timing, and welcome to the channel, What's Activating You. It's me, Lady Bubbles, your Ascension Sister, aka the Professional Mind Changer, here to activate your power, shift your energy, and tune you into your freedom frequency. So, this morning I came across the affirmation, my power comes from discipline, not outcomes. And so today, that's what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about power and how to get and maintain real, true power. Now, if you've ever felt like you were doing everything right, but still waiting for life to catch up, this message is for you. Because today, I want to talk about a different kind of power. Not the loud kind, not the performative kind, but the kind that actually changes your life. Listen to this affirmation again. My power comes from discipline, not outcomes. Let that land for a moment. So, we're taught that power looks like money, attention, influence, or being seen. But those things are external, and anything external can be taken away. Real power is internal. Let's say that again. Real power is internal. It's the ability to govern yourself, to choose your response instead of reacting, to stay consistent even when results aren't immediate, to lead yourself when no one is watching. That's where true confidence comes from. Discipline is a type of devotion. And here's the thing, from childhood, right? Discipline has a bad reputation. People think discipline means punishment, restriction, or force. But real discipline is actually devotion. It's saying, I care about myself enough to stay consistent. I trust myself enough to follow through. I respect myself enough to not abandon me. When you build discipline, you stop outsourcing your power to circumstances. You no longer need the outcome to feel secure because you trust the process within. Mastery over ego, right? Because when we think power, or when our mind hears power, I think our ego goes crazy, right? We always hear that word power hungry, and I think our ego eats it up. So we're going to shift from allowing our ego to eat it up to mastery. There's a big difference between ego and mastery. Ego wants to be seen. Mastery wants to be solid. Ego reacts. Mastery responds. Influence that comes from ego needs constant validation. But influence that comes from mastery is felt without explanation. When you regulate your emotions, refine your skills, and move with intention, people notice without you saying a word. On this journey, in this awakening, we sometimes hear you have to kill your old self. You have to lock your old self in a basement and starve it. But that's not true. Here's the thing. You don't kill the self. You elevate it. Self-mastery doesn't mean shrinking yourself. You don't kill your desires, you refine them. You don't silence your instincts, you train them. You elevate yourself by learning when to act and when to pause, when to speak and when to conserve energy. This is how power becomes embodied, not forced. I have a sticker on my journal. Where is it? Right here. That talks about what I'm about to express perfectly. You prayed for growth, so you're tested with discomfort. Let's hear that again. You prayed for growth, so you're tested with discomfort. That leads me to growth isn't always clean. Let's be honest. Let's just be 100 and real about it. Growth isn't always aesthetic. It's not always aesthetically pleasing. It's not always Instagram or TikTok worthy. Sometimes growth looks like choosing calm when you want to react, staying silent when you want to explain, walking away when your ego wants to engage. That doesn't make you weak. It means you're learning discernment. Not everything deserves your energy. And if you're on a spiritual journey and this awakening with self-mastery and governing yourself, you already know that. You already know everything doesn't deserve your energy. Everyone doesn't deserve a response. Everything doesn't deserve a reaction or a response sometimes. And because of that, we must master being calm, indifferent, and holding on to our inner authority. The reality is, calm is dominance over impulse. Indifference is not apathy, it's emotional sovereignty. We have to have this inner and overstanding that no matter what is going on around us and outside of us, that cannot change or diminish or shake our inner world, our inner kingdom, our inner queendom, our inner standing of who we are. That means praise doesn't inflate you. It means you can't be controlled or provoked. It ultimately means you're free. It means nothing and no one has power over you except you. And when you embody this, you begin to move through life with steadiness instead of urgency. And that steadiness becomes your power. Another thing that we can all improve on, and imagine how much things would change. Imagine just for a moment how much better life would be if everyone was slow to listen. Slow to speak. And in a hurry to listen. Listening is the ultimate power move. Listening is power. Most people listen to respond. But check this out. Powerful people listen to understand and overstand. They observe patterns. They read energy. They extract information instead of reacting emotionally. Silence becomes strategy. The more you listen, the more you can decode so much information. The more you just listen to a person when they talk, you could just decode them. You listen to someone speak for 10 minutes and you will be able to extract so much information from them that they probably weren't trying to tell you, or maybe they were. There's power in silence, and there's power in listening. So, if you take nothing else from this video, take this with you. The affirmation. My power comes from discipline, not outcomes. I don't need to rush. I don't need to prove. I don't need to force. I govern myself, and everything else aligns in time. Let's say that again. My power comes from discipline, not outcomes. I don't need to rush. I don't need to prove. I don't need to force. I govern myself, and everything else aligns in time. I want you also to walk away knowing that you are more than capable of governing yourself. That's why you were given a brain. That's why you were given a choice and discernment. You are not lacking anything. You are not lacking anything. You have the power to change first yourself and then the world, because everything first starts with you. It starts inside. And I am here to tell you from my own experience that you are more than capable. You are power. You are power personified. You are more than capable of making decisions, of generating income, of living a life full of love, joy, peace, and happiness. It all starts with you. It all starts inward, inside of you. The inside of you that no one can touch or placate or manipulate. No one can take your power away from you. No one can take your peace and your self-love. So I tell you now, walk in your power. Walk in your power. You were put on earth to govern yourself, to control your own mind, to make your own choices. And you are the powerhouse. You are the source that you've been waiting for. You are God personified. In the moment you mute everything else outside of you, you will realize that God is inside of you, and God is waiting for you to self-govern. You are more than worthy and capable. All you have to do is focus. All you have to do is remain disciplined. All you have to do is be consistent. And remember, what you think creates your reality. What you tell yourself becomes your reality. So, if this message resonated with you, I wrote a full blog going deeper into this subject, into self-governance, discipline, and embodying power. So please check it out. because this is for everyone who's ready to stop reacting and start leading themselves. As always, I'll drop the link in the description, but it's also what's activating your soul.blogspot.com. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You are appreciated, and always feel free to comment. Our channel here, our community here is to help one another, to uplift and guide one another. So I ask that the comments remain high vibrational. Drop us some affirmations and hit me up if you need some personalized affirmation. You can email me at theaffirmationlady91@gmail.com. Let me double check and make sure that's right for y'all. Yes, theaffirmationlady91@gmail.com, where I will personally write you some affirmations. I'll also leave that description down below. But thank you very much, and remember and know you are loved, you are seen, you are heard, and you are valued, and you are more than capable of governing yourself.